right, welcome back everyone to another episode of the We Sim Glide series. What's been updated since the last one? Well, the last one dates about a month ago, and a month ago I did a video mostly about the upload of IGC log files. I had just added that to WSIM Glide, so you could upload IGC log files and show them into the results of a task. But that was it. Now, to go a little bit further and be able to associate IGC files to yourself and be able to delete them, to manage them, I was at a point where I had to go and do the user management through login. So now WSIM Glide does allow, if you don't know already, does allow and requires you to be logged in for some features like IGC uploads. So when you are not logged in, you'll see I've added this little tab here, which is your tab, your user tab. When you're not logged in, it is red like this. So if you go here, there's no user profile management inside WSIM Glide. We simply use the feature that Discord allows us to use to authorize through Discord. So what you do when you are not logged in, you just click log in with Discord. You have to make sure that you are already logged in on Discord, and you have the app and you are already logged in, or you are in a web browser, you are already logged in. Otherwise, it's going to ask you to log to your Discord account. I'm obviously already logged in because I have Discord loaded here. So let's go back here. I click. What you'll get is this box here, which says basically that the site will have access to username, avatar, and banner. That's it. There's nothing else. So you click authorize. You see that it's wsimglide.org, and you make sure that it's really you, and you click authorize, and that's all. If you are logged in, you will see here your name and your avatar. I'm gonna change that in the near future, somewhere in the future. But you'll be logged in. So if you come here, frequently, I think the cookies and stuff will stay there for maybe a month or so. So if you're not connected to WSIM Glide after a month, then you're gonna have to log in again. But otherwise, coming back, if it's green like this, it means you are logged in. So on this tab here, you'll see all kind of stuff in the future, your stuff, but right now the only thing that is there is the IGC submissions. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's go and see. That was the user management through Discord account. So display and manage your IGC records. That's exactly here. So if you click this section here, you're gonna see all the IGC records, all the IGC files that you've uploaded to WSIM Glide. All right, and there's a bunch of information here that has been added since I added that. But you have all, and you can click on the task here if you want to go and see the actual task itself, which you submitted an IGC file. You can, and let's go back here. You have, of course, your pilot name, glider that you used, the identification that was used for the task, the class. All these flags I'm going to get into a little later, and the results too have been added after that. You have the version of the planner that was used to get the results. You have the logger version, the sim from 2020 or 2024. You have your comment that you've set for this IGC file, for the specific flight that you've did. Sorry, you have 3 buttons where you can download the IGC file. So no need to keep them. You can store them on WSIM Glide, so you can re-download a file. You can save the comment. If you start writing or change the comment, then this will turn up like this. This is a test. And you see it comes up. If I click there, then the comment is saved. And you can delete the entire submission if you're not satisfied with it, or any, for any other reason you don't want it anymore. It was not completed or something like that. You did a better one. Then you can simply delete the. You're going to be asked to confirm, of course, like this. And if you don't want to, if you made that mistake, cancel, or okay to really delete it. So that's the IGC submissions. It is scrollable, by the way. So if, for example, if I do this here to a point where it's gonna be scrollable at the bottom, okay. I might add a limit of entries. Right now, I think it's set pretty high, but I'm gonna probably change that. All right, so next, let's go back here. Yeah, display IGC track logs on the map. Of course, this was going to be next. So if I come to the map and I select a task, this one. All right. So you have the IGC records here. Can go down, and this here has also evolved a lot since the first, since the last time, because I've added a lot of information in there. All the results are now fetched automatically. So what you see here, you see all the IGC that have been uploaded for this task. Of course, I highly encourage everybody to upload their IGC files once they've flown a task. Yeah, go ahead and upload it. It's going to benefit the whole community. But what you can do is either you can select them all, and you see the tasks are all drawn. The track logs are all drawn on the map now. So that's new. It was not there before. And of course, you can select the ones you want to display, and only the ones that you want to display. And when you hover over a specific IGC file submission here, it will highlight in red. Okay. Oh, this one is not displayed. So I add it, and then I can hover over it, and yeah, like this. So that's what this is. So you can now display the IGC track logs on the map. Yeah, somebody asked for downloading the IGC files. Yeah, why not? Simply click on the link here. That's right now is the pilot name that has the link. If you simply click on it, you're gonna get the download, and you can download your file on your computer. Okay, that's the other thing. Highlighted stuff is now placed on top, to the top of the map for better visibility. Yes, I did saw at some point that when there was multiple task or not track logs selected, then they were simply drawn in the order that they were here, but you couldn't see sometime if there are many. The last one would be under all of the others. So now the highlighted task comes up on top of everyone, over every other. And that's also true for this here. When you have a lot of tasks here, and you hover, or you click and you start hovering, when there was a lot of tasks, sometimes you wouldn't really see it because it was under. So I changed that too, so that the highlighted one is always on top of the others, and it's clearly drawn, and you can really see it clearly. All right, so that's the other feature here. Yeah, all right, IGC results, time, speed, status. So when you now upload, and I'm going to show you right away, you remember this little IGC file drop zone. I'm going to take my file from my Explorer, and I'm going to drop it here, all right? So what you'll see, processing IGC file. Oh, I didn't delete it, actually. I downloaded it, but I didn't delete it. So let me show you what a delete does. This one, I want to delete. So, okay, delete. Now I come here. So because I already had the same IGC file, it will not allow me to upload it twice, all right? Now I do it again. It's processing the IGC file. And what it's doing, it's analyzing the thing. There you go. You have the results that are coming from B21 Task Planner online. So you have a bunch of icons and you have your time and speed and the version of the task planner that was just used to analyze these. And it's the same thing as before. You can either cancel the submission, you can go onto the B21 Task Planner for further analysis if you want of your flap of your task, or you can submit. So I'm gonna submit and then I got confirmation. And now, and that's another thing. Now, when you do this, it's going to open up automatically on the IGC Records section after that. So it's logical that you want to see your result inside the section. So all the results from everyone is now displayed in this table. It is a scrollable table, so you have a bunch more information, but basically, and you can also enlarge section if you want to see everything. Okay, but I think the most interesting columns are up to time, speed and time. So the flags, what are they? The flags, now you have 4 flags. Okay, the first one is if the IGC file is intact, if it has been altered or not. So if it has not been altered, changed, modified, then it's a little lock like this. If not, there would be an exclamation point in red, saying, hey, this file has been changed, it has been altered, manually altered. Second one is if the task was completed. So you see here, all of these were completed, and Oscar, I think it's an error in the IGC file actually, because he did the task multiple times and once in the same at the same time, and it didn't reset correctly. So the distance is shown here. He did 37.5 kilometers. So you won't have speed or time. So that's for the task completed. The third one is if the time of day was the correct one. Okay, so time of day, local date and local time are based on what is supposed to be for the task. So a task usually has a specified date and time, specified local inside MSFS. So if you look here, local time, it happens that Chris on this one, I think did change the time or had some trouble. So he ended up being April 23rd at 1:13 p.m. Whilst all the other ones are, the check allows for plus or minus 30 minutes of the local time here. So between, 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. Yeah, so that's it. So when you see this one here, is because it doesn't have the right date, and we all know that the date and time has an effect on the conditions, on the weather condition. So it's important that we all have the same date and time that was specified in the task. And finally, the last one is either a green check mark or like a police officer emoji. This means that there was penalties on this task. So VNE, overweight or stuff like that, it will be shown like this. There was something noted on that track here, track log. And if it's green, then it's okay. It's there's no penalties, and we can do the same thing here and go and analyze the selected flight to realize that, yes, we see that Grey Eagle here, he has VNE for some time, and Oscar did not complete it, and yeah, the rest is basically simple. So you have the emojis here, icons, flags to show you quickly the results of everybody. Oh, that was a long one. I added the task planner because task planner evolves and it adds penalties or checks. So it's important to know which version at some point these were verified. So a later flight coming in could be on another version and have penalties, for example. And so it is useful to compare the task. Next. Add results, yeah. So you saw all of the results were then added here to your own IGC submissions. You have the same flags, the time, the distance, the speed, the local time, everything is here. So you can also review all of your submissions with the results. Next, a link to the results section. So you can see now that there is this button here, which will give you a direct link to the section. So if I change here, I do a refresh, go back to the map, and then I paste the link that I just copied, it will automatically open the IGC Records section. So it's fast if you want to reference the results section. And also the title was of, sometimes it's higher up. So if you want to take a screenshot of that or anything, then the title is also included in the IGC record. I might add, thinking about that, I should probably add also the task number somewhere before the task title. Maybe that's something to think about. So you have this this copy link, and you have the collapse all button. Did I mention that somewhere? I didn't even put that into the log here. But yes, if you open a task with the link coming from an event or with a link, what usually happens is every panels is open. Every panel opens automatically, so you can see, because you are selecting a task itself, it is assumed that you want to see everything. But if for any reason you want to just close them all, you just click collapse all and they will all be closed like this. Add the task title. This one I've been through it. After submitting this and saving, open the IGC. Exactly like I said, I uploaded the file and it opened automatically the IGC records section. It's totally makes sense. And flag date for the local time that was added later. So for the check of the local date and time. And the IGC result, I've added also the local date and time after I added the flags. So that's, this is what I didn't talk about though. This is, and I didn't even mention it. I think it was another post that I did, but I didn't do a video of that. You can see a new section right above everything else. It's my stuff. So when you're logged in, of course, if you're not logged in, you won't see that. Well, when you are logged in, every task you select will have this my stuff section. What is it? It's, it will show if you upload an IGC file, it will automatically mark it as flown. But even if you don't have an IGC file, you can still manually come in and mark it as you've flown this task. And when you can mark it to the fly next, if you want to fly this task next, you can check it. If you find this task as your favorite, you want it in remembered as your favorite, you can check it and it will be displayed as it will be remembered as your favorite. And then you can set your own difficulty rating for the task. You can save that for you. And you even have a quality rating if you had fun, if you find it really high quality, or it's a 5-star system and you can always reset it. So it's totally optional. You'll have a public feedback. It's not shown anywhere yet, but you can add the public feedback and you can add your private notes. That will never be displayed anywhere on publicly. So it's only for you. And when you change one of these notes, you have to click the save change. So this is a huge thing to be able to manage all of the tasks you've flown and want to fly and stuff like that right inside vSim Glide. And the cool thing also is that if you unzoom, for example, and unselect them, you go here, the list will show here. So these are all the tasks that I've flown, and I think this is one of my favorite. This is one that I want to fly next. Another one that I want to fly next. So you can see them right in this table. So you can just select them and see what they look like. This is the one, and this is the Maury one. It was a really cool one too. Mountain surfing is an old one, but it's one of my favorites. So I've added it to my favorites here, and I have a difficulty rating and a quality rating. So you can all do that now within vSim Glide, and then have a memory or your own database of how you manage your tasks. All right, I forgot about that, but it's pretty important, and it's gonna, like I said, there's gonna be more even coming on that side to be able to share the public notes and even the ratings, so that to see an average rating of quality and difficulty based on the community ratings for each task. It's all coming soon at some point. Thank you for listening, and see you next time.